Shanti. So all of you are doing special 3 days Yoga Bhakti. Yesterday you were experiencing the love lean stage, the stage of being lost in Baba's love. And when the soul is lost in Baba's love, that love leads to power. Love leads to power, and also love is definitely a big power by itself. What we call as the power of love. So what is this powerful stage? Actually, powerful stage includes all the different virtues experienced as powers. The power of knowledge, the power of peace, the power of purity, the power of happiness, the power of bliss, and ultimately we say willpower, which includes all the different powers of the different virtues. And Baba sometimes calls it, as in today's Murli too, Baba called it the point stage, the seed stage. The seed has the essence of the whole tree. So I have to experience that seed stage, the bodiless stage, the stage in which I'm not experiencing my mind to be blank, but on the contrary, I'm experiencing my mind to be totally full with all the powers. The seed stage is a stage in which the soul experiences its perfect form in a compact way. It's a concentrated form, very subtle, very essenseful, but very compact, very, you can say, full, with all the virtues and all the powers. And how is it possible? Baba was telling in today's Avyakt Murli. When you can go just beyond the pull of the body, it's a total bodiless stage. It's not a thoughtless stage, but it's definitely a bodiless stage. In this bodiless stage, the soul experiences its original nature. The soul begins to realize how powerful it is. We have, Baba was mentioning in today's Murli about the powerful break. If the brake is powerful, the car will stop at that moment as soon as the brake is applied. So how do I know that I have a powerful stage? When I'm able to apply a brake to my thoughts instantly. And how do I apply a brake to my thoughts instantly? One method is to say not, and the other is to say a dot. Not and dot. These are two ways to apply a brake. Whenever any waste thought comes or any negative thought comes in the mind, I should be able to stop it instantly by saying, no, I'm not going to think like that or think of this. Usually for negative thoughts, impure thoughts, I should be able to say no or not instantly. And where there are waste thoughts, which may not be very bad thoughts, evil thoughts, they're not that bad or evil or impure, but they are just waste thoughts, just by the way thoughts come, without any intentions, without any actually aim and objective. They just come. Maybe they are thoughts of the past, they are thoughts of the future, they are also thoughts of my own imagination, my own, not about anyone else. I may be doubting myself, I may be questioning myself, I may be frightened, for any reason. But usually it is all because of my past experiences, or maybe my future always thoughts, something about the future. But then Baba has given us the knowledge of the drama. Baba says, whatever happened was good. And therefore no questions. Why that happened, how that happened, so no whys and hows. It was good, okay. And what is happening is better. No questions even for the present. No surprises also. Sometimes we don't have questions, but we have surprises. We are surprised to see many things. Oh, this is happening. Oh, that happened, really? It's a surprise for me. Is that a question? A question may be why this happened, how this happened. But sometimes why and how doesn't come. It's an exclamation mark. Really it happened? Oh my goodness. You say that. So it's like coming as a surprise. But then for surprise also, Baba says, even that would be a waste thought. Because we know everything is fixed in the drama. So what is there to think, to call it a surprise? Anyway, nothing is new. Something, when it is new, then it can come as a surprise. Or something unknown can come as a surprise. But we know everything, whatever is happening in the drama is not new. It's not unexpected. It's not coming from nowhere. It's all fixed. And therefore, no questions, no surprises, also no doubts, no fear, because Baba is with me, so why fear? My future is destined. I know I'm going to be victorious. Baba has told me that. And therefore I don't even doubt myself. So no question to fear. No question to feel sad also. No, nothing. What is there to be sad about? Usually you feel sad when you lose something. Oh, how sad, You say, because we lost something. But there's no need to be sad about anything. Because what I lost, it didn't belong to me anyway. I will feel sad only when I think it belonged to me and I lost it. So nothing of this old world belongs to me anyway, and therefore nothing to be sad about. Nothing to worry about too, because I know that my future will be the best. So no worry. I'm not worried or concerned about the future too. And therefore, I'm able to apply a dot in an instance. Dot in an instance means whatever happened was good, whatever is happening is better, and whatever will happen will be the best. So not and dot. It's not that I say a dot to my negative thoughts. Negative thoughts cannot be applied a dot. I'll have to say no immediately, because there's no other alternative. Otherwise, these negative thoughts will keep on coming. But the moment I become aware there's a negative thought based on maybe any type of vice, lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, prejudice, hatred, jealousy, it is an impure thought. It is a negative thought. And I should then say immediately to myself, no, not. But sometimes waste thoughts which are not negative, we get carried away so soon with them, because we start elaborating them. I know they are not bad thoughts, but then we should not waste our time in those waste thoughts and be able to apply a dot instantly. So this helps me to become powerful, because it helps me to save. Supposing I have water in a pot. In order to keep it safe, I need to be very careful that no impurity is mixed in it, therefore I have to keep it covered. It should not be contaminated with anything. And the second thing, I have to make sure that there is no leakage. So neither the contamination should come nor the leakage should be there. So if I'm able to protect in both ways, then I'm surely able to keep it safe. So my strength, I can keep it safe, or through Baba's remembrance, if I'm able to protect them in both ways, not allow any negativity to enter, and not allow any wastage. Wastage is leakage, and negativity is contamination. So the moment I'm aware of this, I'll be able to retain my strength. On the contrary, I can regain my strength because I have lost a lot. In the past 63 births, I have lost a lot. The soul had become completely weak. But then how will the strength come back? It won't come back from outside. I know it. Physically, if I'm weak, I can get the strength from outside. Doctor will tell me, take iron tablets, take folic acid, take some vitamins, take this, take that. So that will give you some strength. Because your hemoglobin is not enough, and therefore method is adopted for making me get back my enough hemoglobin. My physical strength isn't enough. But then for inner strength, I'm not going to get it from outside. It is going to come from inside. It will come only through my thoughts, because it is in my thoughts. My thoughts are my energy. My thoughts either give me energy or take away my energy. And therefore this saying goes, it's all in your mind. When Baba says, you are Master Almighty Authority, well, it's not that my Almighty Authority stage is going to come from outside, but it is in my very thought that I am a Master Almighty Authority. No one can take away this authority of mine. I am Master Powerful, Master, I'm strong, like my Father. So if I want to be like my Father, I won't tell Baba, Baba, make me like you. But I will tell myself, I am like the Father. You know, the difference between Baba's Gyan, which we get now, and what our thoughts were in Bhakti, the difference between the two was that in Bhakti we used to say, oh God, give me strength. Oh God, purify me. You know. Now we don't say, give me strength or purify me. I will say, I am pure. I am strong. So give me and I am. Such a big difference there is in the thoughts. The moment I say I am, I feel I have the right. And when I say give me, I become like a beggar. And as a beggar, how much am I going to be given? But when I say I am, I can experience it even beyond my imagination, my capacity too. Because I'm able to reach my highest stage instantly. I am that. And then when Baba says that you are in God's company and I am your companion, instantly the strength becomes more. It's like one moment you feel that you are alone. And being alone, you have to use your own strength. But the next moment, if somebody tells you, no, you're not alone, you're with so-and-so, such a powerful person, immediately my strength becomes 100-fold because I know I'm with someone who's so strong. And therefore, I need not worry. I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to, think that I can't do anything. I don't have to feel helpless because I know who my helper is. So it's all in the mind, all in the consciousness. Someone was telling me, yes, this morning, well, Baba says you are Master Almighty Authority. How can I feel that I'm Master Almighty Authority? Well, I said, okay, if you won't feel and you want to feel, then how are you going to feel it? If you say, I'm weak, I'm weak, I'm weak, will you become Master Almighty Authority? Definitely not. Because if you think you're weak, you're weak. You're not Master Almighty Authority. But if you think that you are Master Almighty Authority, then automatically you become strong. Because the strength is not going to come from outside. It is within you. You have to just unveil yourself. You have to just reveal yourself. You have to just become aware of yourself. It's like a big mine of treasures. But if it's closed, it's of no use. Or someone who's very powerful, very mighty, but he's sleeping. So if he's sleeping, a sleeping giant is of no use. When he's sleeping, his strength is also sleeping. But in order to feel strong, he has to wake up. He can't feel that strength whilst he's asleep. That is why Baba says that when you are in the soul world, you are like in your state of sleep. You don't really experience there that you are pure or peaceful or loving or happy or joyful or powerful or blissful. No, you are in the sleeping stage. Baba gives the example of the sleeping beauty who slept till that handsome prince came and kissed her, and immediately she felt she woke up. So every soul is like that sleeping beauty, and that handsome prince comes, yes, who kisses us, that is, awakens us with a kiss. You can awaken people in different ways. You can even awaken people with a bang. Come on, get up. You can shout at that person to wake him up. Or you can, some people, they sleep so much that they don't get up like that. They need a bucket of water to be thrown on top of them. And then maybe they get up. Or they have to be banged, the bed has to be banged for them to wake up. But then, for the sleeping beauty, a kiss is enough, because the vibrations are caught immediately. And Baba says that is the soul conscious stage and the God conscious stage. Immediately I become aware of who am I and whose am I. I was actually waiting for God to come and wake me up. And God came and woke me up. And instantly I wake up. I realize I'm very powerful. I'm so pure. The personality of purity is within me. The power of silence is within me. I'm that seed which is full. I'm essence-full. Not only am I essence-full for myself, but then I can give this scent, which I can spread all around me in an instance. The essence is just not just for me, it is for everyone. And the moment I think in this way, I become so powerful, tiny and powerful. The more tiny I feel I am, the more powerful I can feel I am. Physically, it's the opposite. The more someone is big in size, the more he may feel, yes, I'm strong. And a person who's small, miniature maybe, he may feel that he's very meek, very weak. But then spiritually it is the opposite. The more subtle I become, the more strong I become. The more gross I feel of myself, the more weak I feel of myself. And therefore Baba says, the Supreme Soul is the mightiest of all, a point in form and an ocean in virtues, infinite qualities in an infinitesimal dot. but I am also like my Father. An infinitesimal dot having infinite power. And in an instant, I can use that power on myself and maybe on others too. When Baba speaks about serving through the mind, I think of a soul who is very, very sad, desperate, very peaceless, very weak. Sitting in one place, I just with a flash, I can give the vibrations of peace to that soul. Within a flash. How long it takes for a flash to blink, to the light to come. So I am that light. I am that might. I am that power. I am that essence. I am a dot, but a very powerful dot. I am the seed. And when I say this to myself, I become powerful instantly. There are many stories in the scriptures about this, about Hanuman. The story goes of Hanuman when he was crossing this ocean to go to Lanka. That's the story. A big devil came in front of him because he made himself so big, so powerful that he could just, go above the sea very easily, just fly above the sea. He made himself very big. But then when that devil appeared, that devil also became so big. And that devil opened her devil woman, she opened her mouth so big, and wanted to engulf that huge Hanuman in her mouth. So Hanuman was very clever because she was making her mouth big, wide open, so that Hanuman could enter her mouth. So what he did, very cleverly, he shrunk himself. He had that power to expand himself and to shrink himself. So he shrank so much that he became like the size of a mosquito. And the devil didn't know what was happening, because the mouth was wide open, thinking that the huge, like Hanuman, will enter the mouth and she will just swallow him. So he became so tiny, he became like a small insect. And he went in and then came out and flew above that mouth, and he flew away. And in the meantime, that monster, that devil didn't even realize that he came and went away also, because he became so tiny. So sometimes we have to become very strong, very big. But then sometimes we can become very tiny and become very powerful. Usually big people, physically big people, need not very, very strong physically too. They can, not that they are always very strong. And someone who is very small in size can really be physically very strong. So Baba says, this is a spiritual aspect. You become essence-full, point, a dot. And immediately you feel how powerful you are. No vice can enter in you. No impurity can touch you, because you're so pure. Something which is too much, big, it could be diluted. It need not be essence-full. But essence-full is tiny. So I am that point, that seed, that dot, and essence-full like the Father. And immediately the purity, the peace, the love, the joy, the happiness, the bliss, the power is experienced in an instant. This is what Baba calls the seed stage. In this stage, I'm not receiving. I've already received. And I've become like a sponge which is very, very saturated. So I am like that saturated, full, total, complete point in the essence form. So this is the consciousness I have to keep in order to feel the Shakti's form, the Shakti stage. Okay, so let us experience this more now. Om Shanti.